going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are having a great day so far. I've got a good one. Yeah, this defendant, I should say. This defendant brings receipts. He brings a book against his defense attorney trying to get a new attorney. He's trying to get a new attorney, trying to get appointed a new attorney. Yeah, just listen. Just wait till you hear all the excuses not excuses, reasons. Better word, reasons. He wants a new attorney because of reasons. Let's see if it works out for him. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
All right, we are back on the record. Mr. Green, what cases are you covering for Ms. Simpson?
Mr. Summers.
All right. Mr. Summers, hello. Good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Mr. Summers, we're hearing case number 23 CF 386. Mr. Summers, if you will, please raise your right hand. Sir, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Summers. Mr. Summers, you can put your hand down. Mr. Summers, it is my understanding that you have made an unequivocal request for the court to consider appointing somebody other than Miss Elizabeth Simpson as your attorney. Is that still your desire today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Summers, I need you to testify for me.
First person that spelled unequivocal. Anyone who can say that word wins. First person to not only spell it, but say it. Unequivocal. That's a good word. That's a good word. I can't even pronounce it. Unequivocal. Okay, let's go.
And tell me what it is, what concerns you about Ms. Simpson's representation?
I have a lot of concerns. I wrote them down. I'm not sure if I have enough time to read it all to you, but to make it short.
No. Yes, you actually do. You have the time. This is what we're here for. So you can either read it to me or you can testify, but I need you to tell me your concerns.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. On January 18th, Ms. Simpson stated at open court that she received contact information from my witnesses to take deposition, and she has not done so. And my wife and I have given her the names, numbers, and addresses to all of the witnesses several times to help prove that I'm innocent. And I have requested that my work history from Waffle House in Mariana.
Wait, hold on. I need you to slow down, sir, because I'm taking notes about what you're saying. And you can read a lot faster than I can take notes. So just go slower, okay? Just keep in mind that I'm trying to take notes.
Yes, ma'am. So on January 18th, she stated in open court that she had contact.
All right, real quick. If I ever say, well, Heather and I did this, Heather and I thought this was a good idea, it's generally 90% Heather, 10% me. So I gave this guy credit on holding his receipts. He started out with my wife and I. This is his wife holding the receipts. But, doesn't mean the arguments aren't valid.
Information for all of my witnesses to take depositions on them. My wife and I have given her the names, numbers, and addresses to all of them several times to help prove my innocence, and she has not made contact with them as of yet. I have requested my work history for Waffle House in Marietta, in Hinesville, Georgia, and also an installation company called iRetro and the Yates Pharmacy to prove my alibis, in which Simpson still has not provided. And I've been asking for them since January of this year. I've spoken to Simpson regarding incorrect arrests and convictions on my score sheet that I have never been charged for or convicted of, which is causing extra points as well as extra charges on my record that should not be there. She has yet to.
Are you in a position to tell me what you think is wrong on your score sheet now? Because that way the state's listening and they can make the changes once they do some due diligence as well.
Well, one, they have terrorism on there, which I'm not sure why they have that on there. And they have.
You don't think you've ever been charged with a crime like that, right?
I've never been charged with terrorism ever.
Okay, what else?
And there's another charge on there that states something about something with a video.
Something with video?
Yes, ma'am. I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't have that paperwork actually on me, but that's an incorrect charge also.
Okay, anything else?
From right at this moment, that's all that I can recall at this
Remember?
moment.
Okay,
Right.
so I've got 3 things thus far. She has not yet set depositions, and even though she's had addresses since January, she has not gotten your work history that you think may have something to do with your alibis.
Yes, ma'am.
And that she has not yet corrected the score sheet mistakes that you think are there with the state. So continue with your list.
She refuses to come.
All right, before we go any further with the list, this is what we have so far. I work at Waffle House. I've never been charged with terrorism and something with the video. All right, so we got these 3 things. All right, so we're going well so far. Going well so far. Keep going with the list, sir. Keep going with the list.
And review the CPT interviews with me. She has sent her assistant, Miss Amy, to come in, let me review the interview statements, but I'm not allowed. Well, Miss Amy isn't allowed to answer any questions or concerns that I have regarding that because she's just an assistant. And
Tell
I've
me,
asked.
have you, when did you ask for Elizabeth to be the one to review it with you? I guess what I'm trying to understand is, why do you say she refuses? You have asked and she says no?
She has sent me a letter. I also have a copy of that letter from April 11th, but she says she doesn't have enough time to come review the videos with me.
Okay, all right, go ahead. What other concerns do you have?
I asked her if I could have the transcripts to those said interview statements, and she told me that I'm not allowed to have transcripts of the CPT interviews unless I'm about to go to trial, there are other detainees in here as well who have got the transcripts to their CPT interviews in their discovery. And I have the names of said detainees also.
So, Mr. Summers, let me speak to that. CPT interviews are not transcribed by Gulf Coast Children's Advocacy Center. The state attorney's office also does not transcribe those interviews. The people that would transcribe those interviews are court reporters. And what I anticipate Ms. Simpson is saying to you is that her office policy is that she can't pay for a transcription of those interviews until you guys are ready to go to trial, because otherwise that would be an extraordinary cost to the office. I assume the state attorney's office doesn't have a transcription, correct?
We do not have a transcript.
Talk into the mic so he can hear you.
We do not have a transcript of that CPT. We do not, as the court says, normally get CPT interviews transcribed. And I am not currently aware of any of my current cases that have transcripts for CPT. There might be CPT reports where the interviewer has typed up a summary of what they recall the child saying in the interview, but that is not a transcript.
Yeah. So did you?
Okay. All right. Now this is a little bit different, but how many times do we see defendants asking for transcribes of their hearings? It should be almost instant at this point. They might not have the official court transcribe, but listen, there's voice to text is available. If they're trying to find, you know, a loophole in what someone says, then yeah, you need the official court recording. But if they just want to review what people said, why isn't that easily printed out? Somebody answer that question for me. It should be quick. This video I'm putting right now, I can transcribe it. YouTube has a button I click and it transcribes it almost instantly. So someone explain to me why the courts can't do that just to, you know, make the defendants happy when they want this information. Now, if they're trying to pin somebody in, you know, a corner of what they said, they're trying to find a legal loophole, yeah, you need the actual official court recording. But if they're just trying to get an idea of what's being said, that should be just a email. It should just be a click, download, forward. That's all it should be. So, you know, again, not an attorney. I'm not an attorney. I do not work in the court system. But as an IT guy, that should be quick and simple to do.
Were you able to see a report that the CPT interviewer prepared?
No, I didn't review. I didn't see any of that stuff. None of that came in my
Okay,
discovery.
usually there is a report, and that's part of the discovery that you should have. Additionally, sir, are these people that have transcripts, do they have private attorneys?
No, ma'am.
Okay, tell me a name of one person you got that has a transcript.
Brandon Pelham.
Who's he? Who's?
Brandon Pelham, I do not have
There-
a transcript for that CPT interview. There may be transcripts for depositions that were taken in that case. And Your Honor, in the instant case, in Mr. Summers' case, this CPT was done out of state.
Oh, that's
at
right. The
a-
child is up in like New Jersey or New York.
Correct. So we actually do not have a CPT report like we would get from
Gotcha.
one of our local
So
agencies.
you don't have a report either.
I do not have a report. We have a body parts diagram and the audio video recording.
I'm with you. Okay, so everything you have, Ms. Simpson has.
Correct.
Okay, all right. What are your other concerns? Moving on from the transcript of the CPT report.
Well, I've never got any of those in my discovery either that Ms. Jeffco just stated.
You have not seen a diagram of the child, the diagram done during the CPT?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
And on April 16th, when I came to court, I told Simpson that I wanted a new attorney because I had sent her letters in regards to certain statements that she has made. And she told me, I don't know if you can pull that up on a recording because we were in there, but there was somebody else being seen by another judge, not you, but it was another judge seeing someone else. And she pulled me to the side where you get the fingerprints done. She told me that she wanted to continue to work on my case because she didn't want, and I quote, she didn't want Ms. Jeffco to railroad me. And by her making that statement, that put me in a little more fear of what's going on. And I wrote her a letter in regards to that statement that she made, which I have copies of those as well. And she refuses to move herself from my case.
All right, that's called attorney-client privilege. Why would you say that on the record? You not only just put yourself in a bad position, you put your attorney in a bad position. And you have a very sensitive case before you. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? You're trying to fire your attorney that's clearly protecting you. She said those things to you in order to protect you, to try to figure out what's best for you. Yeah, good job. Good job, dude. Good job. No, not good job. I'm not going to say that to this guy because, yeah, the charges are horrendous. I was hoping they didn't bring the charges up. I don't remember them saying them. I kind of bleeped them out at the beginning of the video so you didn't hear, and I forgot they brought them up during it. So, yeah. It's out there now.
I've asked her, I've asked her to come and see me, but during this entire time of almost a year that I've been in here, she's only came to see me twice. And both times that she's came to see me, they was really brief because she says she has important personal issues to attend to. So none of my questions or concerns could be addressed. Simpson has sent her assistant, Miss Amy, to visit me twice. But however, like I said, Miss Amy is not allowed to answer any of my questions or address any of my concerns because she is only an assistant. And since she can't, I've asked for Ms. Simpson to come, and she has not yet came to see me. The last visit I got from Ms. Simpson was on April 25th, where she came for maybe 10 minutes, if that, to tell me that she will come the next day to bring me the interview so we can go over the notes and so she can talk to me in full detail about the case. And she did not come the next day. My wife has made several attempts to contact her via phone calls, doing walk-ins to her office and emails, and she has not returned any type of contact to my wife as well. I filed a formal complaint on Ms. Simpson, and the bar has responded, in which Simpson also responded to that response from the bar. But however, Ms. Simpson's response was completely dishonest. She said that she had placed motions to Ms. Jeffcoat in April for depositions for my witnesses and for the bail reduction as well as for the furlough. But when I came to court on the 9th, nobody knew what I was talking about. And Mr. Wade Owens only had paperwork of depositions for my daughter only, not anything else that I explained to her. On the letter that she sent me saying that she filed all of this and sent it to Ms. Jeffcoat, she did not put a date on it, so which led me to ask for my case abstract, which shows that throughout all the times in April, there was no motion that she put in for those depositions, so that wasn't true. And there's also another date on here that I've seen on December 12th of 2023, where there was a defendant's notice of cancellation of depositions, where I don't even know what that means, because I never asked to cancel any depositions ever. I'm supposed to trust Ms. Simpson with my defense and with my rights as well. And this is my life on the line, and she has proven time and time again to trust her at all. So I would like to have a different attorney to represent me.
Tell me the depositions that you want her to take that she has not taken, with the exception of the child victim, because we have had several hearings on that, and she can't just take that deposition without my permission. And the most recent hearing that Mr. Owens covered was a situation where the court indicated you could have some depo, but not everything. What other depots did you want her to take that she has not taken?
I have witnesses for my wife, as well as my 3 stepsons, friends of the family also, who can also verify that she has made false allegations prior to this in 2022, which caused a temporary separation between me and my wife.
All right, so friends of the family, your wife, and your 3 stepsons are the people that you want Ms. Simpson to depose that she has not.
Yes, ma'am. And she's had the information since January.
Okay.
I've
But those
also
are
asked her.
defense witnesses. So has she disclosed those witnesses to the state?
No, she told me that she.
Hold
she
on,
told
hold
me
on.
that she
I'm
had-
asking this, sir,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
asking
sorry.
the state. Let me tell you why. It is not common for your attorney to depose your witnesses. Why? Because she wouldn't care to put them on record about what they know in advance of trial. She would disclose that to the state, and the state would depose them, not your attorney, because it doesn't help your case if your attorney deposes those people. Does that make sense? So did she disclose them to the state?
Your Honor, I don't see a notice of discovery.
Okay, fair enough. But that doesn't mean his case isn't set for trial, and it doesn't mean he can't.
It is not, Your Honor, and it normally is the practice of most defense attorneys to interview the witnesses first to see whether or not they would actually be helpful to the defendant before disclosing it to the state. Because on occasion, defense attorneys have not done that and have ended up disclosing witnesses that are helpful to the state.
Yeah, okay, all right, fair enough. So that's the answer on that. Okay, Mr. Green, you are standing in for Ms. Simpson, and you wish to make a statement.
All right, right now, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Is this guy right? Is this guy wrong? He seems pretty passionate about getting a new public defender. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to let this video play out. I hope to see you guys later tonight for, my live. Anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. early evening, you know what, even morning, depending on where you are. So have a great day. If you haven't hit the like button already, please do so. Until next time, bye.
Regarding some of these allegations, go ahead.
John, I have no personal knowledge of it. I was given a list of the times that she had visited, and I think he was correct. He said Ms. Simpson had visited him twice and Amy had visited him twice. And
That's what her notes reflect as well.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And there's a motion to take the depositions. The judge is supposed to watch and rule on January 18th of 24. There's a motion to compel for CPT and PCF 122. An order compelling them entered 122-24. Hearing on a motion to depose a victim on 5/9/24 was granted in part. Motion to reduce his bond was denied on 5/9. Did not proceed further to request for a Nelson hearing on 5/9. And the other stuff is just formal things that she had, but difficult defending these kind of cases, especially if you don't have a victim readily available. If she's out of town, if the child's out of town, it really makes it more difficult for the defense as well as the state to make sure the child's present for the proceedings. But these, as you well know, these cases are difficult. For this, they're difficult cases for everybody, the court as well as the state and the defense to adequately prepare and get ready and try. So I don't know. I have not talked to Ms. Simpson. I just got these few notes from Amy this afternoon, and I don't know enough about it, Your Honor. Maybe I'll leave it in the sound discretion of the court.
Is there anything further from the state?
I don't have anything to add to that.
All right. Mr. Summers, is there anything else that you want me to consider?
Well, I was just wondering if I got proof of everything that I've stated to you. If you would like to see them personally, I could just get them copied and sent to you also.
I do not believe that the defense is disputing the accuracy of anything that you've indicated. So I don't need that, sir. Is there
Yes,
anything
ma'am.
else that you want me to consider?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to take this matter under advisement and you will have my ruling by the end of the week. And by the end of the week tomorrow, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll get you a copy to the jail. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Summers. Do we have a return court date for Mr. Summers? Let's set June 18th if we don't. All right, June 18th at 9 a.m. will be Mr. Summers' return court date. That is the latest that I will see you, sir, okay, in 12 days. Thank you, sir. Go ahead.